But there is an elephant in the room as to why we are here. Why is our party so tribal today? Why are there these big divisions and blocks of votes? And why have we lost the art to sort of disagree and to be able to mend quicker?
We may have a new Prime Minister by 2 o'clock this afternoon. Let's talk to Conservative MP and Sunak supporter Tobias Ellwood. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Is it feeling, Tobias, that this is going to be Rishi's day now, that there's not going to be enough support for Penny Mordaunt to make it a contest?
Yeah, I don't want to jump the gun. We have to conclude the process properly. But I should say, first of all, just recognising the turbulence that we've been through. The optics have looked terrible. Another leadership contest so soon after the summer. And a major distraction. You're just talking about Ukraine there. That situation is likely to get worse with Putin's talk of dirty bombs. We've got President Xi now consolidating his power. And guarantee that he will now flex his muscles. And we've got domestic issues. What's going to happen to pensions, to mortgages and so forth, to benefits? These are all big questions that we need to get back to. So we've checked the economic direction. We've made improvements there. We now need to sort out the political leadership. And I think it's been quite fascinating and really welcoming to see so many colleagues from across all wings of the party that are now supporting Rishi Sunak. He's clearly best placed to lead the party and indeed the country. When you've got Kemi Badenoch and Steve Baker on one side and Grant Shapps, Mel Stride, myself and so forth on the other, it shows that the party is uniting and recognising that when we do unite, when we are together, that's when we can be formidable. When we're not, then we don't look good at all. It's a shambles. So I'm really pleased that it's going the direction. I'm also pleased that it's concluding, because we couldn't allow this to continue to drag on.
Do you trust the members? Is that the problem, that maybe in the party it was a mistake to give members the vote on leadership, as we saw with Liz Truss, and you might not trust them to produce the leader you want to see?
It's not a matter of trust. It was actually William Hague that changed the voting system to give party members the final say rather than members of parliament. So if in that process promises were made, as we saw this summer, some very quite populist, to secure votes from a very small slice of the electorate. Many of those promises would not survive contact with reality, and we saw that with the unravelling of the budget. So arguably MPs are looking at it through a different prism. What is best for the electorate, what's best for the party to secure votes from across the country as a whole. And there's also the awkwardness that we could have been heading towards, in fact, turned out with Liz Truss, whereby the party membership gives you a different answer than that of the MPs. So I do hope that we will see a consolidation today, but I also hope that Penny Mordaunt plays a formidable, important role in our new government.
Are you embarrassed by the last few weeks and months? Because we talk about all the challenges. It has been an utter shambles. Do you walk around talking to your constituents and sort of apologising, saying, you know what, we as a party, we screwed this up really, really badly, and I'm sorry?
I've got all of us have little red teams, as we call them, MPs. That have not just your constituents that you speak to, schools, academia, and so forth, businesses. I've also got some old army friends that I was with, and they don't hold back. And I'm saying, what on earth is going on? And I think going back to Penny Mordaunt, she wrote about this on the weekend. It's all very well getting the economics right, which we're now doing. It's all very well rallying around a new leader. But there is an elephant in the room as to why we are here. Why is our party so tribal today? Why are there these big divisions and blocks of votes? And why have we lost the art to sort of disagree and to be able to mend quicker? There are huge divisions that, let's face it, let's mention that word, Brexit. They go back to Brexit. About COVID, different views on that. Successive leadership elections have pulled our party apart. And of course, there's geographic divisions and so forth. And then isolationists versus globalists. A strong leader at the centre brings all those together. But when you go to a wing, then we look disunited and we can never govern well.
Yeah, interesting stuff. Tobias, good to speak to you. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
That's Tobias Ellwood, Conservative MP, Sunak supporter, saying you need to have a strong leader from the centre. If you just pander to your wings, the Conservative Party becomes a bit of a shambles.